I have billions of eyes, yet I live in darkness. I have millions of ears, yet only 4 lobes. I have no muscle, yet I rule 2 hemispheres. What am I? The human brain. The human brain is responsible for the fluidity with which we perform our daily activities. It is your brain that is allowing you to see, hear, and understand what I'm saying. Our brains have regions that are predominantly involved in attention, memory, language, abstract thinking, and planning and sequencing, just to name a few. There are so many contributing parts that sometimes our brains can develop impairments, and this can lead to mental disorders. Mental illness is one of the most disabling groups of disorders in the world, and this is a problem because 20% of Canadians will experience mental illness in their lifetime. Now, some studies have been able to identify deficits in cognitive functions associated with some of these psychiatric disorders. However, neurocognitive deficits have yet to be identified from one of the most prominent symptoms experienced within psychiatric and general populations. That is depression. By using a series of neurocognitive tests, a significant relationship between depression and planning and sequencing tasks was found in populations with personality disorder and major depression. Why is this important, you may ask? Let's go back to the functional map of the brain. The region of our brain that houses planning and sequencing functions is the prefrontal cortex. Although this localization of cognitive function was found in psychiatric populations, 1 in 10 individuals will suffer of depression symptoms. Now, what impact does suppression of the prefrontal cortex have day to day? Well, the prefrontal cortex is the region of the brain responsible for executive functions. This system allows us to maintain appropriate behaviors and to navigate through our daily activities effectively. So think about that time in your education, and we've all had this time when all of a sudden you have 3 assignments due the next day because you weren't organized, didn't manage your time effectively, and had a hard time getting started. The deadline is fast approaching, but you're having difficulty staying focused. Then you get frustrated that you left it to the last minute, get overwhelmed with all these negative emotions that you just can't sort through, and further prevents you from progressing on those assignments. For individuals with depression, this is the reality every single day. The really upsetting part is that 2/3 of people with depression don't seek treatment. The stigma and discrimination towards mental illness overwhelms media outlets and may prevent people from opening up. If we can rewrite the story in the media by gathering more evidence of the impact depression has on cognitive functioning, then just maybe people will seek help and others will fight the stigma.